What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. We're going to do a quick update. I'm going out probably on the boat today. Then we got a rib off to go to. But I do want to go through the charts real quick, talk about what's going on. Are we in accumulation? Are we in redistribution? Let's talk about it. Let's look at the possibilities. And if you watched yesterday's video, you'll know I was in a short, which was already in profit, where I put my stops, got stopped out in profit, entered another short today, and I have already put my stops in profit. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you where that's at. I shorted at 41,781, and my stops are at 41,650. So a minor, I'll make minor profits if it gets stops, but I am still looking at another short, even if I get stopped out there, and I will let you guys know where. Stick around for the whole video. I do want to point out the volume is still declining in this uptrend. And if you guys have been watching, this is what I've been looking for, an ABC correction. We were talking about this possibly being the wave 5 down here, which would end wave A. We'll talk about that in the next chart. I want to say hi to all you trolls out there. But anyways, as you can see, we did get rejected right here at the 0.382 fib of this move if this was the fifth wave. But there are possibilities that the wave B could go, if it does break this 42.6 range, and that's the range I told you to watch yesterday, and I'll show you that trend line. But also, if that does break, then we could go as high as 46,770, and then our golden pocket zone between 51 and 52.5. That would be the retracement of this wave A to B, and then C. I'm still looking for lower lows next year. Let's take a look at a couple more things. Let's put this on. So if this was wave B, if wave A finished, this was wave B, got stopped at the 382 fib. Actually, let me move this out of the way here. Yeah, actually at the 382 fib. If this is B wave, which again, guys, B wave could go all the way up to this golden pocket zone. And we'll talk about that. But right now, if this, we'll look at the targets if this is B wave. So if we put the Fibonacci extension on here from the top to the bottom, if this is the finished wave A, this could still be wave 4 here, guys, and 5 down, but this has been a little long, so I am looking at this as possible B. So if we've topped out here, this would be the target. I know this is ugly, but let's take a look at it anyways. So this would be the 1-to-1 extension, which would be B wave. That's 65,000. Now, if B wave was to go up to that 40, about 46.9, 47,000, let's put this up there, see where that would be. That would be at 10,900, and if it makes it all the way up to that golden pocket zone, we could be looking at where are we at here? Around the 15.1, somewhere in there. So keep an eye on this. Let's see if it can break 42.9, which we'll see what's going on there. Also, there's a few more things I wanted to look at. Let's go back over to this. Actually, so this was our breakout. We did have a target of possibly going up to that 45.1. That's still not off the table. If we get up to that range, I would definitely put in a short. And that is the measured move, measuring off of this peak here. And that's what gets me. Everybody says, oh, you were wrong. No, we had this possibility in there, guys. And if you're trading correctly with proper risk management, you won't get wrecked. But you need to use proper risk management. Anyway, if we do get up to that 50 to 51,000 range, that will be a great place to short. Also, as you can see, we're still making hidden bearish divergence. We did peak there. Does look like this is playing out, but we'll see what happens. Let's go over to this. So we can delete this wave count because we broke the high here. And we can get rid of these targets. and we'll get rid of these trend lines. This is the main trend line that we were talking about yesterday. We did hit almost that 42.6, but we still haven't tagged that trend line. That trend line, depending on if, when, and where we hit, it's going to be around the 42.6 to 42.8 range. If we do get above this and get support on it, then we're probably headed up to at least that 45. Definitely, we will be keeping an eye on that. We did get a bounce on the 4 hour off the 8 EMA so far. We still have 2 hours till that is done. Anyways, let's take a look at, there was something else I wanted to show you here, but anyway, that's our main trend line, and that goes off these 2 peaks here. And if you guys have been watching, we expected a fake out, and I'll talk about that, but also want to take a good look at that bullish count that we've been watching. This was the bullish count. The point, or 1.618, was around the 42, which we did break a little bit. That would bring wave 4 down to approximately 37.4, somewhere in there, and then the 5th wave up to that 45. So that's still definitely a possibility in the cards. It does look like we'll probably have more downside first if this does play out. And if you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out PHEMEX, by far the best exchange for crypto, in my opinion. You can also trade Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything all on one exchange. If you use my promo code SAVVY50, you'll get 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus to use towards your margin, up to 1 Bitcoin. Savvy25 will get you 25% off your fees. There is a tutorial if you go to my YouTube page right here, PHEMEX tutorial. It does teach you how to use their margin, copy trading, and some other stuff you can check out on there. BYBIT is doing another $1,600 bonus. I'm not a big fan of BYBIT, but I know a lot of people are. I do trade small accounts on BYBIT. There are links down below to BYBIT, PHEMEX, and other stuff. Also, if you want to learn the EMA strategy and some other tutorials, right here on my page, definitely check it out. And if you're watching today's video, don't forget to scroll down underneath the video. Hold on a minute. Smash that like button. I do appreciate it. And let's get on with it. All right, so we had this yellow rising broadening wedge here. I still am looking at this as of right now. We did have a break of it in the RSI, which we've seen here. So I am going to keep this line here. If we do come back down to break, if we go up to that 51,000, that would be the top of this rising broadening wedge. But if we do break below, let's say we come down in the next week or so, where would that put us? If we did break this again, I would consider that a solid break. That measured move would be around 31.6. Again, it is the weekend. Crazy things happen on the weekend, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. But if we look here, we did break that 41.6, which is the 0.382 fib on this whole move since the 2020 dump to the top. If we remain to get support on here, that also shows us that 50 to 51,000 range, which I just believe would be a B wave and come down from there. If we cannot get back above this, which we are testing it now, if we can't get back above this and get support, then we'll most likely be heading back down to retest this 0.3 or 0.5 fib down here. So keep an eye on that also. Let's take a look at my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. If you have any questions or anything special you'd like her to make, hit her up in the contact. The links are also down below. It's anchorimage.com. This is the hot seller, the divergence cheat sheet. If you guys want to learn about divergence, keep it on your mouse pad. It is one of the most confusing things to learn in trading if you are new. Still looking at this. Could this possibly be the end of the 4-year cycles, the beginning of 10 to 12-year cycle? Definitely a possibility. And we're going to look back at what we talked about yesterday. Let's get the NVT off there for a minute. But if you look, every time that Bitcoin has broken this 200 EMA right here, which I believe is purple, not sure, I'm colorblind. But anyways, we've broken up, had a fake out, and came back down. This has always triggered a bear market. Just like back here, we broke the 200, came back above, had a fake out, and bear market. Once we reach the high, break that 200, we never go up and break the high again. Could this be different this time? It's possibly. Do I think it is? I do not. Same thing. We broke the 200 EMA. We're coming up, getting our fake out above. Most likely turn around and continue back down. Another thing I wanted to point out, pointed it out on yesterday's video. Every time we've had a top in red here on the NVT, we came down, hit a low, came back up, got in the red a second time before continuing down. Same thing over here. We topped out in the red here. Next time we got our red was actually right over here, and then never a new all-time high again on that cycle. Same thing here. We topped out on the red. Second red here, lower high, came down. Right here, topped out on the red. Second red high, right where we're at now, and then we come back down. I do not see us having a new all-time high this year, guys. And we talked about this yesterday. We did break back above this, got support. Could we continue up? Possibly, but one more thing I forgot to mention. If we go back here, let's get this stuff off the chart. Which one do I want to use? We didn't zoom in here and look at that 42.6 range. And again, depending on if, when, and where we hit this trend line. But if we take a measured move here, we had the fake break down to the bottom. It actually did not quite hit the target here. If we put it down, the target was 37.44. But we had the fake out, came, broke up, and we actually almost did hit that target of the 42.6 there for the measurement of the breakout. So keep an eye on that. But let's zoom out a little bit. And actually, I'm going to take this stuff off here for 1 second. We are going to look at accumulation and redistribution. So you guys know we called this on March 24th or March 26th of last year, this being the top of accumulation before distribution before anybody else started talking about it. Boris Fragan, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. And anyways, you can see we got a higher high. Third higher high was the top, just like up here. Is this a redistribution that we've been talking about? I do think it is a very good possibility. As you can see, it's pretty much the same thing, except we made our lower low over here. But pretty much the same thing, guys. That's how redistribution works. And it does not have to be 100% exact. This looks pretty damn close, pretty damn good to redistribution, in my opinion. Now let's look at accumulation. This is what everybody wants to believe we're in. Could it be accumulation? Could be, but it looks a lot less like accumulation than it does redistribution. And again, guys, if you learn the declining volume here in distribution, that is exactly what we're seeing. So be careful. Where are we at here? Oh, the dollar overlaid on the Bitcoin chart. Every time the dollar tops on this trend line, Bitcoin bottoms. Every time the dollar bottoms on this trend line, Bitcoin tops. Now, a lot of people are super bearish on the dollar. I remain bullish on the dollar. We do have our targets of one more downside for the dollar. So could that mean Bitcoin gets its leg up to 45, possibly 50? Yes, it does mean that it is possible. Our first target for the dollar for the bounce is 91.5. Second, 91.1. These are measured moves off looking at this as a rising wedge, also looking at it as a rising channel. Another thing I want to point out, let's go back over to here. So if you guys remember back when this happened, I was also calling it an Elliott wave ending fifth wave diagonal, which looks like this before our drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we look over here, zoom in a little bit, we could be seeing the exact same thing. And at looking something like this, like this. I'm going to get this stuff off of here. Right here, right here, right here. Try to get rid of all this crap so you can see. But anyway, same thing. Ending fifth wave diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing. A drop out of here, bring us back down to the 37 level that we talked about earlier. And if you notice, rising price on the price action, lower volume while we're getting higher prices. That's not too bullish. Same thing with the RSI. We just keep making more hidden bearish divergence. Or I'm sorry, bearish divergence. Higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. That is bearish divergence. Let's see. Do we go over everything there? DXY, we talked about that. The Dow, I do think the Dow is at or near its top big time in the macro. And a lot of people say, you know, with the dollar inflation, why would Bitcoin go down? If you pay attention to traditional markets. So Bitcoin was created right here at the bottom of this last dump. So Bitcoin has never seen a bear market, never seen a bear market in the traditional markets. And it still corrected 80 to 90% while the market was bullish. So what happens if traditional markets see a bear market? People are not going to buy Bitcoin. People are going to sell Bitcoin because people get out of risky assets and get into cash when the markets crash. Like right back here, 2008 crash. Everybody says buy gold, buy silver, hedge the dollar, blah, blah, blah. 2008, you can see what happened to gold. You've seen the markets crashed, gold crashed. Silver, what did silver do? Silver crashed. 2008. Everything followed the market except the dollar. And we'll go back over to that here and look at what the dollar did in 2008. Where are we at here? The dollar in 2008. The dollar is the only thing that rose, guys. Get wise. Anyways, that's what I wanted to talk about. Litecoins, still looking for it to come back down to around this $100 range. If that breaks, we could be looking at a $50 Litecoin. Ethereum. We talked about this yesterday. Could this be an Adam and Eve? And if it is, the top of that would be around 31, 35. That would match up if Bitcoin got to that $45,000 to $50,000 range. So it is definitely still a possibility, but do I think we continue up from there? Probably not. We're getting higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. Keep an eye on that, guys. XRP still looks like crap to me. Yeah, still looks like crap. So in the big picture, guys, literally nothing has changed. This count is not invalidated in any way, shape, or form. Could it have been that end of wave A here and we're still going up for B right now? Possibly, but is it invalidated? Absolutely 100% not invalidated. Again, we could be in a major redistribution zone and it could get very ugly. Could it be accumulation? Possibly. With this volume, signature does not show accumulation in my opinion. Read up on the volume and that will help you out a lot. But as of right now, guys, this is the area to watch here, that 42.6, 42.6, 42.7, depending on if, when, and where we hit that. Could be as high as 42.8. But I will enter, if I get stopped out of this short, again, that would be in profit. I will enter another short at the tap of this trend line with a stop just above. So if I get stopped out, it comes back down. If it does do a retest and get a bounce, then possibly I will put a long there. Until then, I'm going to remain bearish. This does look like an ending fifth wave diagonal here. Beware of that. Let me get rid of this too so you can actually see the price better. And we'll get into the chat. Okay, let's see what all the trolls and everybody else has to say. Savvy, the one-man band. What's up, Shane? BTC broke 42 and he said nothing has changed. BTC will break 50 and he'll say nothing has changed. I just went over that, buddy. Nothing has changed at all. At all. And if you look at the situation in the world today, you will realize that traditional markets are probably going to crash harder than you have seen in your lifetime. And another thing people are not talking about, people that got didn't have to pay their mortgage and rent, that's ending. What's that going to do? That's going to flood the housing market because people won't be able to pay the banks. What happened last time the housing market got flooded? We all know, and if you don't, research it. Do you think increased acceptance of crypto may change things, or do you still think the chart is the chart? Charts are charts. Guys, again, I'm not saying crypto won't go super high, in the future. I'm not saying that at all, but there is no guarantee in any markets, any way, shape, or form, what's going to happen. And absolutely nobody knows except maybe the elite that are actually controlling this, whether you like to admit that or not. A lot of people say all the money, more cryptos off the exchanges. Well, that happens at every top. They get it off the exchanges, they get everybody bullish, then they sell spot and they short the market on leverage, and they continue to take all your money. Housing's already feeling the pressure. Yeah, it's going to get worse, man. Fundamentals are at work. TA is nonsense. When was Bitcoin the most bullish back here after the 2017 top? All the fundamentals were great this whole drop. We had more bullish news and more fundamentals being talked about this whole 2018 crash. So learn the markets. That's all I got to say. Pay attention to the markets, not the news. Pay attention to the charts, guys. It's all in the charts. Always has been. Always will be. Your house is only worth what someone's willing to pay. Yeah, and if the market's flooded, people aren't going to pay a lot. So housing goes down. Markets crash. Same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Oscar, which NVT indicator are you using on TradingView? Thanks for the super chat, and let's see, I'll get it up here for you. Trying to hold on a second. I don't remember which NVT it is. I think if you just type in NVT on your, here, let me go to it real quick. I'll tell you which one it is. It is neobutane. And I just changed the colors. It won't look like that when it comes up. I changed the colors. As most of you guys know, I am Oscar. I answered this question. Savvy is underestimating the market. Crypto is growing at a record pace, just like it was in 2018. I cannot wait till all you trolls. Can you share your TradingView indicator? I lost the note. It's in public. Yes. Yeah, the one that he made for me. If you just go to EMA candle strategy, candle close strategy, it's right here. EMA candle close strategy by X11 Joe. He's the one that made it off of my EMA strategy. So yeah, you can find it there. What a lot of people are forgetting about also is if you look, let's get this off of here. If you look at this 6-month candle, that's probably the most bearish candle that ever in Bitcoin's history. That was our prior 6 months. Might be something you want to think about. And if you look at the MVT, it's crossing the median line right there on the 6 months. That's not bullish. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly is doing exactly what the weekly does. Every time it crosses, see when it crossed the 55 EMA here? See when it crossed 55 EMA here? We had a big fake out, just like what we're having now. See the same thing here? Crossed the 55 EMA, had a big fake out after. Yeah, happens over and over and over again. Once here, crossed the 55 EMA on the weekly, came up, fake out. Every freaking time. And every time we're in this range, people are more bullish than ever. After the top, and the next dead cat bounce after every top, people are more bullish than ever. That's how they get you to put your money in so they can take it. And they will continue to do that over and over and over and over. Now, if we look at the daily here, if this 21 EMA, which is the blue, hold on, crosses the 55, which would happen sometime next week, if that was the cross, and then we open and close the next candle above all these, above the 8 EMA, then that's bullish. If you guys play by the EMA strategy, you'll do quite well. You'd be surprised how accurate it is. I would back test it right now, but like I said, I want to keep this video kind of short. But yeah, that's a good indication. Then possibly put in a long there, guys, but I don't think it's going to happen. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Not getting fooled like 2018 again. Unfortunately, many will get fooled just like in 2018. How did the target go from 100K to 200K? The higher they make the target, the more confident people get into giving them their money. If you look at the trend, guys, the trend is still down, 100% down. Nothing at all has changed. You look at this, if you can look at this, even in the weekly, daily, whatever, and call it bullish, then you definitely do not understand charts. It is not bullish. We are still in a downtrend. Just take a good look at it. Eric Hale, your thoughts on all these big YouTube channels shilling 100K to their subs? I had just said, like in 2018, people were calling for 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, 150,000. That gets people confident to put their money in so the big boys can take it. If you guys would pay attention, quit watching the news, quit watching the fundamentals, quit watching all the shit that's saying it's bullish right now, because the same thing happened in 2018 after the high. And if you're screaming, no, it's going higher for sure, you're the same people that got crushed in 2018. You're new to crypto, you don't get it. Good luck. It does not match his accumulation model 100% at all. Not at all. Let me show you. Let's get this stuff off of here. I'll show you his accumulation chart right here. So this does not match his accumulation chart at all. We did a lower low here with the candles, guys. That's not matching his chart in any way, shape, or form. If it was, it's got about 2 more months to go. That is hopium at its finest. Closer to 50. People love good news and hope, and that's why, yeah, they feed off that because people want to get rich fast, and they just hope that the price goes up. Let me tell you a little secret. Hope does not make the price go up. Yes, Usman, this could definitely be B-Wave. That's what I was explaining right here. It's definitely a possibility. If it's ended here, we're going to see some real ugly price action. But again, we could go still as high as, like I said, that 50,000 range. And that was my first take on it. I just thought wave 5 would go lower. Wave 5 definitely could have ended here, which would be the end of wave A, and we're in B now. Still nothing's changed on my chart. YouTube algo is not recommending your videos despite liking, subscribing, and enabling notification. Yeah, YouTube is pretty crappy most of the time, guys. I love your analysis. I'm so happy I started looking at your videos. It told me to take easy with my finances. Thank you. Right on. Don't try to get rich. And those of you that are new to trading, I always tell everybody this. Do not put a bunch of money in your account to start and just think you're going to be an awesome trader. Start with a fake account. Once you're profitable in the fake account, then put in a small amount depending on your financial situation. $5, $10, whatever it might be. If you can't grow that, you can't grow 20,000, so don't put 20,000 in your trading account. Damn, it takes time to learn to trade, guys. You need to learn risk management. You got to be okay with taking small losses. Keep your losses small. Keep your gains big. Ride the winners. Use stop losses. Gray Sunshine, do you think we should stay in 50% cash, 50% in position on Bitcoin? You do whatever you want. I'll never tell anyone when to buy, sell, long, or short. I'll tell you what I'm doing and what I'm seeing and what I'm thinking. It's up to you to make up your own mind. Never follow anybody on YouTube or Twitter. Always make your own decisions, guys. You need to forget everything you've learned in school if you want to be rich. And you need to quit watching the news and the news channels and the hype crap. If you pretty much do the opposite of what the news is telling you to do, and you'll get rich. I still believe we will plunge to 25K. Definitely still a possibility. Take advice from YouTubers if you want to learn how to make cool videos. I just told my opinion, actually. Savvy BTC always tests almost always a 200 EMA in the daily. Do you think it's going to happen at the 43, 44 range where the 200 EMA is? Well, let's take a look at, here's the weekly. Is that where you were saying the weekly? Oh, on the daily. Sorry. We've already tested that on the daily. Can you go over the bullish case, please? Yeah, we looked at the bullish count right over here. But that still only gets me to 45 or 50,000. The very bullish case, and I've said it before, if at any time we cross this green line here, and if we were to go straight up today, which is not going to happen, but it would be 54,000. And guys, if you want to cut out your FOMO a little bit, if we're actually going to 100,000, which I'm not saying it's impossible, but we would have to break this green line, get support on it, and then you can go ahead and long to, you know, at least 70,000. But until we break this green line, there's no reason to FOMO in if you're looking to buy long term. Otherwise, trade the trend, guys, and the trend is down. My trend line from 64K downward, no matter what exchange, counting both wicks, is not at 42, but more like 45. Nope. If you look at it right here, I have it drawn in clearly. Let me show you. This is directly on both wicks right here. This wick, and that would get us to around 42.6 to 42.8, depending on if, when, and where we hit it. BTC has gone from 29 to 41K and we are in a downtrend. Yep. BTC went from 64,000 and is right now only at 41.3. Pretty much that's a downtrend. 10 days of up makes a reversal trend. No, it does not. We have not reversed this at all unless we cross this 42.6 to 42.8 range. And then we could say it crossed. But if we go back to every other bull run, I'll show you. Maybe this will make sense to some of you guys. Maybe it won't. Let's draw the trend line off these 2 wicks here. We went down for a long time after that. Oh, we even did get a peak above it and came back below it and then came back down and wrote it down. That was the last one. Could we see something like that? That's possible. It is definitely a possibility that we come up a little bit to that 45 to 50, come back down, go below it, bounce back, and ride this all the way down. Guys, all I'm showing you is the charts. The charts are facts that you can watch and figure out which way the price action is going to go. It helps you. It's not a way to tell the future. It's to give you an advantage on the market. The news and crap is all noise. The fundamentals for Bitcoin is all noise, because truly the only fundamental for Bitcoin is the price goes up and down and you can make money both ways. That is Bitcoin's only fundamental at the time, right now. It is a game. Don't lose the game. The ones that complain have less than 100K in their account, pretty much. I've made a ton of money here, guys, and you can too if you learn to trade. And I do suggest doing it on Prime XBT, because you can have multiple trades in. Say you're in a long-term long, and you want to do some shorts in the middle. You can put short-term trades in also. You can have multiple trades, hedge your own trades. You can't do that on other exchanges unless you create 2 accounts. It's far better than all the other exchanges that clump your crap together. Definitely check it out. Links down below. Check out my wife's webpage too if you guys want to help support the channel. Don't forget to smash those likes. If you guys are watching this after the live, make sure you leave a comment. It helps the YouTube algorithm, and I appreciate it. Even you trolls. When you troll, when you comment, you do nothing but help. And so that's great. I appreciate it. Even when you give thumbs down, that helps. I appreciate it. I would not touch Binance, honestly, unless you're just using it to buy altcoins. Binance is the most scam-wicking ass exchange I've ever seen in my life. And with all the crap going on with them, they're probably going to be in a lot of trouble, along with Tether in the next couple of years. Be careful. In-depth Prime XBT tutorial. Yes, it's on my webpage. Or my YouTube channel. I just showed that. If you go right over to my YouTube channel, scroll down, Prime XBT tutorial right here. It even shows you where to put in my promo codes. And if you guys are using my promo codes, they last 30 days. All you have to do, because all you need for Prime XBT, it's no KYC, is an email. You don't need the phone number. A lot of people get confused when I ask for a phone number. Sign up by email only. So if your 30 days runs out, you can start another account, move all your stuff over to it, and use the same promo codes again. All right, guys. I'm going to head out. Got stuff to do today. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the support you guys been giving. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you trolls too. Even though you probably don't believe it, I really do appreciate you, because all you do by trolling is help the channel. Much love, and I'm out of here, guys. Take it easy.